Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hello. What's up? What's up? Snails. They are here in their snail form. Hi! Hi! Hello! I don't know if we'll see any babies because they're really tiny, but I did see a couple in the tank. But if I see one, I'll point it out to you guys. But yeah, they did have babies because I saw babies. And the only answer to there being tiny baby snails is somebody had babies. I don't know who. I don't know where. I don't know why. But it happened, I guess. I mean, snails they kind of only do a couple things. They kind of just eat, sleep, and make babies. And they also poop, I guess, a lot. I guess. They do poop a lot. But they do make a lot of babies too. So, it could be any of them. We don't know what they do at night. We don't know what they do when I'm not looking. Actually, we do know what they do when I'm looking. They do exactly the same things. They do exactly the same things they do when we're looking. I don't know. I don't keep track, okay? I don't keep track. Anyways, hello everyone. How are you guys today? I am very tired today. Very exhausted. Kind of on my last... What do you call it? Brain cell? Last nut? My last nut. I have no energy. I didn't sleep at all last night because I've been working really hard on stuff. And then, I got a migraine because I didn't sleep at all. And then I took my migraine medicine and it's really messed me up today. I feel super dizzy and tired. So if I seem like I'm a little drugged up, it's because I am. Just a little bit. And you know, it's really bad right now. But there's snails and they're cute. Look at them. I guess I'm a grandma. I'm a lemon. I'm a lemon. I'm a lemon. Okay. I don't know a lot about gastropods. Do the shells grow with them? Yeah, it's a part of their body. It's literally a part of their body. If they lose their shell, they die. It's like losing your skin. It'd be really hard to live without your skin. I guess theoretically humans could live without their skin, right? Theoretically. I don't know, has anyone tried? Have you guys ever tried living without your skin? I would imagine it's hard. But yeah, they pretty much need to have their shell. It's a part of them. Thank you channel! Thank you! Thank you! Ah. They have kale today. I should probably spritz them more to get them more active. It just woke up. Oh no! Now we can't see anything! Whatever will we do? They love the water, okay? They wakes them up. It'll dry up in a second and we'll be able to see. Give it a minute. See, they love it. They love it. Now they're all like, moisture, At first they actually didn't like it, but then they realized they actually really like it. POV, you are a snail. POV, you just got reincarnated as a snail. And this is what you see. Ah! Thank you, Austin. Thank you. Oh, look at this guy. Look at this little guy. Uh-oh. Oh, he's falling. Oh, he's falling. Somebody help him! Somebody catch him! Quickly! He's fine. Is the snail your mother or father? The snail... Snails are hermaphrodites. So... Do you think they really would they specify? Is the snail my mother or father? I guess it would be my father then. It would be my dad. My dad was a snail, my mom was a human. They made babies, and it came out like this, like me. A monstrosity, a disgusting and abomination. Abomination? Abomination. They're so cute. Don't you love snails? Don't they just make you wish you were them? Eating kale, not thinking about anything. I'm jealous. Oh, yeah. I'll go over here. I don't wish to be a snail. Why? Why don't you wish to be a snail? Everybody should wish to be a snail. How dare you not want to be a snail? What's wrong with you? When the snail apocalypse comes, you'd rather die than become a snail? You're not gonna give in to the snailyarchy? The snailyarchy? When the snail apocalypse comes? What if you get squashed? Well, all the snails will be big and they'll squash the humans. You won't get squashed. I wish that the water would dissipate faster so you guys could see a little better, but... I guess I could wipe the font. Where's my magical eraser? Where is it? Where is it? Ah! No slugs! No slugs allowed! When the snail apocalypse comes, slugs will be outlawed. They might be related, but... They're not as cool as I don't know if that even helped at all. That was scary. Well, that's what's gonna happen when the snow apocalypse comes. Everything's gonna go dark for a second, everything's gonna go black, and then all of a sudden everything will be snails. You either become a snail or you get eaten by snails. Pick your poison. Pick one. You get one or the other. Death or snail? I think... Are there snails fucking? I can't tell if they're just on top of each other or if they're making love. I can't tell. What is happening? What is even happening over there? What is going on? Are they stuck on each other? I'm trying to figure out if they're stuck on each other, if they're making out, bro. I don't know. Why am I sad? Nom nom nom. Give me a snail or give me a bear. Snail is not a bad lifestyle, guys. Eh? Who played me up and hyped me up? What? Question mark, question mark, question mark, what? I like... Really? What the heck? I didn't know this. That's insane. I don't know, I'm so scared to reach out to people. People always say that they watch my shorts, and I love that. Like, whenever I meet new VTubers, they're always like, oh yeah, I've seen your shorts before and they're cute. And I'm like, oh, thank you. But I'm so scared to like say anything more. I wish I knew how to be like friendly towards people and not just want to turn them into snails all the time. You know? And not want to take their skin off and turn them into a snail. What do you think the process of becoming a snail from a human would be like? Have you guys seen, or read, I guess, Uzumaki? Have you guys read Uzumaki? It's like one of my favorites, obviously. Can you tell? Now, of course, let me liken the snail. The genius snail scientist would love Uzumaki. Big snail themes in Uzumaki. Do you think the turning humans into snails would be similar to that? I think it's a pretty funny concept, the way they do it in the manga. Because they just like start getting really kind of gross and slow and goopy and sweaty, and then they start like climbing on the walls and shit. And then they start like curling up, and then they grow a shell. It's so weird. It's such good body horror. I appreciate the body horror of Uzumaki. Don't you? Are you guys afraid of body horror, or do you enjoy it? You enjoy the body horror? Cute snails. A guy turns into a snail in one of the Jutsu Ito stories? A lot of people turn into snails in Uzumaki. Like, that's part of the spiral. It's like one of the end results of the spiral. People turning into snails. A lot of people turn. It's good. I don't know. Honestly, when I'm reading Uzumaki, no spoilers, but a little bit of spoilers, so close your ears if you don't want to be spoiled. Even though I feel like it's kind of hard to spoil Uzumaki because you can say all the things that happen, but nobody will like understand the craziness until they read it themselves. Like you can say what happens, but you just won't get it until you read it, because you just have to experience it, you know? But anyway, one of the final things in Uzumaki, like the final outcomes of the spiral, is like, some people turn into snails, and then like the people that are left, they have to deal with these like tornadoes. Spiral tornadoes that just keep devastating everything and killing people and knocking everything around all the time. And honestly, if it was me, I honestly, if you read in the manga, it feels like the people who are still people live a much more terrible life than the snails. The snails are just kind of living their best life, doing their snail thing. Just kind of snailing around on walls and stuff. Being snails. I think they might partake in a little bit of cannibalism, if I remember correctly. But you know, they're not starving like the other people. They're just being snails. And honestly, if I was to choose between being a human and having to deal with the devastation of the tornadoes and like the chaos, or just being a snail and not thinking about any of that and doing my snail thing, I would rather be a snail. Oh yeah, they did eat some of the snail people because they were so desperate for food. They start partaking in cannibalism. It's crazy. It's all part of the spiral. We will all succumb to the spiral eventually. Honestly, sometimes with how the world is going and all the crazy... A snail just fell from the sky. Did you see that? A snail just fell from the sky. Is he okay? Yeah, he's fine. It's soft dirt and kale at the bottom of the terrarium, but they do fall a lot, I will tell you that much. It's pretty normal for them to fall. They get to the top and then they don't know what to do and then they fall. Yeah, they don't care. Look at this guy with a bunch of dirt stuck to him. What happened, bro? He brought the dirt with him. I don't know how he did that. Covered in dirt. Ugh. Wide angle. What were we talking about? I got distracted by the snail falling from the sky. Where are the snail babies at? The snail babies are really tiny, but if I see one, I will point it out. Also, it's still super blurry. The water's starting to dissipate more, but they're pretty tiny. If I see any come out, I will mention them. You're talking about the spiral? Oh yeah! With the way the world is right now, and all the crazy things that just happen that feel like they're from an alternate universe with how insane they are, I honestly feel like the world we might have the spiral in real life. Like, genuinely. I think the world is spiraling into madness. I think the spiral is real. The spiral from Uzumaki is real. It's in due time, people will start turning into snails and literally spiraling their bodies into a snail creature. That is the madness of the real life, too. It might be real. Sometimes I don't really pay attention to the news anymore. I know when I first started streaming, when Lemmy started, Lemmy did like the morning snooze, but then the news started getting like kind of too sad and tragic and political a little too often. And it was becoming hard to find, I don't know, on such a regular basis, silly stories that weren't like politically, you know, kind of like, you know, politically themed. I don't know how else to say it. So I kind of stopped, and I also just kind of stopped looking at the news altogether when I stopped doing this news. Like, I just don't even look at the news anymore. So sometimes I'll hear about things that happen in the real world, and I'll just be like, wow, what the fuck? Is this real? And then I'll like go on a big, like Googling spree trying to figure out, like trying to fact check, is this a real thing that happened, that is happening in the world? And I'll be like, yeah, no, this is real. We live in this. Yeah. So I'm
welcome home.
If I was like not afraid to if I was a different kind of person, if I was the kind of person who like didn't have any morals and like didn't really care about how you guys perceived me, I think I could do news. But I don't think I can do news as Lemmy, if that makes any sense, you know? Does that make any sense? I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, I feel like I could be very factual and just say everything, but the reality is news is very polarizing, and I don't want to be that kind of person. I don't want to be a person who puts myself in a position where I can be in a I'm like giving you this polarizing information and like I have to kind of take a stand. I just don't think I could do that. I wouldn't call it immoral. Not immoral, but like... The thing is, I feel like if you say your opinion, that makes you more human. But if you just say the facts even, it makes you less of a person and more of a machine that's regurgitating information. I don't really want to be either. I don't really want to say my opinions, and I don't really want to be a machine that's just spouting information completely factually, you know? Does that make sense? That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think I can do either. I don't think I can just say things and not say my opinion, and I don't think I can say my opinion either. So I just won't talk about the things. That's my thing. That's how I feel. Facts don't live in a vacuum. I don't know. The morning snooze was fun while it lasted, but it was very hard to be neutral sometimes, is what I'm trying to say, yeah. Because I also don't want to say anything that would offend people, because I'm also the kind of person who's very, like, open to hearing everybody's side of a story. And a lot of times I'll, like, have a very strong opinion on something, and then I'll talk to somebody who they'll have the opposite opinion, and they'll explain to me their opinion, and then I'll go, oh, I didn't think about that. Wait, now I feel like I'm wrong and you're right. Wait. And I don't want to put myself in that situation where I say something that's wrong and then I feel bad about it later. I'm very susceptible to, like, people's opinions of me. Does that make sense? I never want to say something that hurts another person. It makes me feel really bad. I guess I just want everyone to get along a lot of the time. And, yeah. I just want to make everyone happy. And that can be really, really hard sometimes. Everybody deserves happiness, though, at the end of the day. Snails! Snails also deserve happiness at the end of the day. They do! They do! Look at them! Do you think they're happy? I think they're happy that there's a bunch of kale in front of them. I think they're overwhelmed with the possibilities of eating all this kale. I want them to be happy too. I don't know, I do feel like I'm the kind of person who constantly does try to make everyone happy. And I do struggle a lot with, like, what do you call it? Never really feeling like I'm doing enough for everybody else. myself. Myself is Lemmy who loves bugs. That's what I am right now. Lemmy loves bugs. I have tarantulas and I have roaches too. I do roach streams sometimes. It's part of the reason why I've also been just kind of doing bug streams lately. I think I'm just not in the best place right now. Mentally. And I feel like there's a lot of factors with that. With, you know, me kind of overworking myself right now. Also, I've talked about this before, but just my birthday, the area, the time around my birthday, it's always like a major depressive area for me. Like, I always fall into extreme depression around my birthday. I don't know why. It just happens every year, every single time. I know it's coming too, and then it happens, and I'm like, well, what? Ah, shit! What do I do? I can't put myself out! So, I'm just trying to make myself happy with the little things like snails, bugs. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like my entire life I've never really... This time of year has always been bad. Like, not just as an adult, like, even when I was a kid. Because also, this is the time when people start going back to school. Or going back to work and stuff. Things would just start getting busier right now. And more chaotic. And your summer would be over. I hate August. August is a stinky month. August is a sucky-wucky month. Blech. Is this a spiral you were talking about? I mean, I can spiral within my own mind as much as I want. What goes on in my head doesn't affect the real world. Yeah, late summer's buns. Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. It's always a little bit sleepy. Snails! They're all starting to just find that piece of kale to munch on and munching on it. I started seeing the babies. Maybe I have to look around more. They're really tiny right now. Like they're smaller than my fingernail. They're really small. So I have to look really hard. But I would assume now that it's wet, some of them should be coming out. The title was a lie! They're just so small, I don't even know if the camera will pick them up, is the problem. Let me look with my actual eyeballs. I have to remove the thing. I saw a baby on the lid earlier. Let me see if it's still there. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm gonna try to put this. Alright, now let me zoom in on it. Here it is. Teeny tiny baby. Do you see it? That's how small they are right now. They'll get bigger in time, but let me see if I can wake it up with some water. Also, there's an isopod there. Is that a small bead? It is a snail. It's not coming out of its shell though. Come out for us. I'll keep an eye on it though. I got this like background thing. Oh god, it's completely unfurled itself. No, stop unfurling! Oh, now I gotta roll this back up. Bro, how long is this thing? Too long. Is the baby waking up? I think the baby might be waking up. Very slowly. I'm not sure if I put him upside down or not. I think I might have put him upside down. And I normally get more scared when they're upside down to come out. Because they're so exposed. Who's over here? Did they ever fight? I don't think so. I think it's a little bit hard for snails to fight. It's just a little bit hard for them to fight because it's not like with what? Or with the what? What are they gonna fight with? You can see him kind of unfurling. See, look, baby! Now let's just zoom in on this baby. Let's just stare at this baby for a while. The camera is not being helpful today. I guess they do kind of fight when they breed a little bit. I mean, they have a gypsobellum, which is like also known as a love dart, and it's like kind of a little dart slash knife thing that they shoot into the other snail to assert dominance. But I wouldn't say it's fighting, it's just a sign of love, kind of. Because it's a part of their mating process. I don't think they fight for mates. They don't really have to fight for mates either, because they can just kind of mate with anybody, anytime. They can kind of just mate whenever they want with anybody. I think they just all want. They're like, sharing is caring, bro. Sharing is caring. You can see his little eyes. Let me zoom in more. See? You can see his little eyes popping out. You can also see little mites running around on the wood. He's trying to figure out how to not be upside down. I don't think he understands that he's currently upside down right now. Do we enjoy the moisture? Yeah, and when there's no moisture, they kind of just go to sleep. They go into kind of like a hibernation almost. Where they just kind of go into their shells and then they seal themselves off from the outside world. They can go for a really long time without eating. So they just wait until there's moisture again and then they wake back up. Come on, baby, you can figure out you can figure out where the ground is. I believe in you. He's really trying to figure it out. Look, he's looking at the camera. Yeah, hi! They're such weird, goofy little dudes. I don't know if he's ever gonna figure it out, bro. He might never figure it out. Let's see what the other snails are doing. Meow, 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 meow. Snails, snails being snails. No. You can see a bunch of snails now. Or they're not antennae. They have those are their eye stalks. They have their little eyes on the end of their eye stalk. I wonder. I don't know. They have eyes on the ends of their eye stalks. I don't really know why. I guess so that they can see wherever they want to look, but if you want to be converted into a snail, how do you convert? Take off your skin and replace it with a shell? Question mark, maybe? You could try that. Do you guys want eye stalks too? I mean, the only real downside to having eye stalks is a lot of people find them very unattractive, you know? Like, you know how people are always making fun of people for having their eyes too far apart? Well, if you have eye stalks, then your eyes are like super far apart. Like, maximum far apart. They're on two separate stalks, and then you can like put them inside of you. Extendo eyeballs. The baby is still trying to figure out what life is. He's still trying to figure it out. He still hasn't figured out how to flip himself. I almost want to help him, but at the same time, he really needs to learn. Look, he's sticking his whole head out. Look at the little baby. He's still on his side though. He doesn't... I don't know if he's gonna get it. Oh, he moved! He flipped himself! Oh my god! Okay, wait, let's go back and zoom in on the baby. More baby time. Gotta zoom. Zoom! Good baby. Oh baby, look, he's figured it out! He's figured it out! Oh my god, he can move on his own! Aha! He's done it! Now he can go eat some kale! Yeah, those babies are so freaking tiny. They're like really tiny and they're really fragile. I'm honestly almost afraid to like pick them up myself because they're just that fragile. I'm afraid I'll squish them between my fingers. But yeah, that's what a baby looks like, guys. They are born with their shells, and my camera just turned off. But that's okay. Does he have a name? I think I have a problem where I just don't name anything anymore. I think I'm not 100% sure why I don't name things anymore. I think it's so that I don't get attached to things at all, you know? Hold on, let me fix my camera. Okay, there we go. The lettuce has a name? It's kale! It's not a lettuce! Remember when my fishes got youngs? Really unspeakable experience? What do you mean unspeakable? Like it was beautiful? Or unspeakable like it was disgusting and terrifying? I mean, in a way, birth is pretty gross and disgusting and terrifying. Call him Flippy. Oh, okay, we'll call him Flippy. Thank you, channel. Who wants this? Look at this guy launching over here. I need to, like, figure out a way to get the glass cleaner, but since they slime all over it and then they poop on it, I have to, like, scrub it really hard all the time to be able to... Obviously, chemicals is bad for skin. They are very sensitive to chemicals. Look at this guy. It's like completely out. And then there's a guy hiding in the kale. He thinks he's so sneaky, but we see him. Even if we forget the names, it's okay to name them for one stream. Yeah. I don't know why I don't name things. I just don't name things anymore. I think ever since I lost my scorpion, I just stopped kind of naming things. Not the scorpion I have right now. The tiny baby scorpion I have right now is fine. That one's fine. I had a what was it? emperor scorpion, I think. And she was huge and big and beautiful, and I called her Crunchy, Mrs. Crunchy, Mrs. Crunch. And then she died horribly, and I just haven't named my bugs since, really. Because I guess I'm terrified that they're gonna die and I'm gonna get too attached to them if I name them. I just call my tarantula by their names and their species. My tarantula is called Brachypelma. Yep. Because just a Brachypelma. And my zebra tarantula is just called a zebra tarantula. And then my mantis, who is freaking huge by the way now, is just called Mantis. That's about the amount of naming I do. Try naming my spiders after spices. That's cute. And you guys are just snailiers? Yeah, you don't have names either. All of you are just snailiers, that's it. I don't call you guys by your names because then I'll get attacked. So, no names for you guys. No names allowed! Look, he's on a journey! Oh, okay, look at him! He's on a journey! Look at the tiny little guy going! He's going on a journey! Look at him! He's so cute! So tiny. He's so fast. Well, he's a bit smaller than all the others, so he has less body weight to carry around. He's just looking for a little place that he can bite into the kale. How many babies were born? Well, normally snails lay about like, I want to say they lay to like, it depends. It really depends. It can be like 20 to 100 eggs. They lay big batches of eggs. But I haven't seen too many babies, and I also didn't see the eggs. So I have no idea how many babies were laid. And even then, you know, it kind of depends on how many of the babies survive. Because part of the reason that they have so many babies is because, well, they're snails. They're kind of susceptible to a lot of things, so many of them are expected to die. I mean, they're in a much better place in my terrarium than they would be outdoors, because it's a lot easier to get eaten or squished outdoors, but, you know, it's part of the reason they lay so many. More chances for them to survive. Somebody is moving the entire kale. Is it you? You fat chud? You? Look at this guy. Look at this fat dude. Look at him. This is like I want all of this kale. It's all mine. Don't touch. It's mine. All of everything I can see, as far as the eye can see, is my food. It's all mine. The little baby's just exploring. Bro! Chill! Keeps moving all the kale. Chill, bro. Snails do eat pretty slowly, but I will say, I put these kales in here, and they'll be gone in like a day. So I don't know if that means that they eat really. Jesus, bro, he's pushing the kale. I don't know if that means they eat fast or slow, but they eat a lot. Okay, now he's... What are you doing? He's hiding behind the kale now. He's looking at us with his singular eye stalk. You're gonna come over here? You're gonna come and slime on the glass? Do you think he knows that we can see him? I think he thinks he's hidden. He's like peeking. Hi! Hello. Hi. Look at him. Snails are so weird and funny. Unfortunately, snails cannot sing or scream. Or talk. They don't make noise, but sometimes if you pick them up and they don't want to be picked up, they'll fizz very loudly at you. They'll go and then they'll start blowing bubbles at you. That's one of their self-defense mechanisms. Bubbles. Bubbling and making a very loud hissing noise. Can I do that? I can blow bubbles. I can also make a hissing noise. I guess so. Is it akin to farting? Are we saying that the bubbling is akin to farting? I mean, it kind of is. Where'd the baby go? He's gone. The baby has gone somewhere in the forest of the kale. He's lost to the forest. Where did the bubbles come from? That's a good question. Does it come from their butt? Does it come from... what part of them does it come from? I guess I could look that up for you guys. Let me see. When snails bubble, where does it come from? Am I even gonna get an answer for this? It comes out of its breathing hole. So it is kind of like blowing bubbles out of their mouth, I guess. It pushes air out of its respiratory hole while whipping its sticky body slime into a defensive broth to block predators, dilute irritants, and retain moisture. There's the baby! The baby's there! Look at him! The baby's back! The baby's out, all the way back there. Flippy! 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 I think the baby's more just exploring than settling down to eat food. He's like, whoa, look at all this green stuff. Look at all the green stuff here. Where does it end? Where does the green end? It is so big to him. He's experiencing his first KO too. Actually, no, it probably isn't his first KO. Because I did give them KO, you know, not on stream. I think I gave them KO twice off stream. Because it's been a while since we've done a snail stream. So, I have to keep feeding them. I can't just let them starve. I mean, technically they can go for a very, very long time without eating. But... I'm not sure what he's doing. Maybe he was cleaning his shell? I don't know. Maybe he was eating his shell. I really don't know. Sometimes they also do this thing I've noticed where they'll just kind of stop moving for a second and like just stare blankly, and what they're doing in that moment is they're taking a shit. But I guess a lot of animals do that when they're taking a shit, now that I think about it. Mollusks are both the softest animals, and yet they also make hard calcium shell. Yeah, it's so cool though. Yeah. When they poop, I'm always like, are you okay for a second? They just look kind of in pain and like confused for a second, and they do nothing. And then they poop and I'm like, oh, okay. You're just taking a shit, I guess. Alright. Pooping is vulnerability. A lot of people, I mean, snails are pretty invasive in a lot of places, so... I will say, as much as I love snails, there really isn't a lack of them in this world. There's quite a lot of oh wow, they're making out. Oh, okay. You guys are good? I don't even think you two are the same species. They're just gonna make out right now? Like, guys, chill. Guys, chill. I have two different species in this terrarium. I've said them before. One is Cornu asperum, and then one is like some helix something. I don't know. I don't think they can mate with each other, but maybe they can. Can snails crossbreed? I don't know. Maybe they can. I really don't know. Yeah, there's a lot of snails on Earth. I believe snails are like the second most abundant creature on Earth or something. Because the first is insects, obviously. Insects are extremely abundant. But then I think it's like snails or something. Mollusks, rather. Mollusks. Better to mollusks. It's not just snails. Oh yeah, worms, nematodes are second? Maybe, yeah, worms are pretty abundant too. I don't, is there a... What is... is there a... Can I Google this? What is the most abundant creature in the world? Well, obviously bacterium. Okay, well maybe I should specify animal. Even though a lot of people are like, but it's not an animal. Bacterium. The most abundant animal overall is nematodes. The most common land animal insect is ants. Where do snails factor into this? Would snails fall under crustacean? What about fish? Fish are pretty abundant too. Organisms by population. This is a really hard thing to get actual like statistics on. I'm really struggling to find. I guess ants seem to be really high up there. Ants. Which makes sense. There's a frick ton of ants, and they are very small. Small. Ants are very small. Ants, worms. How many snails are in the world? I guess we could just look that up. How many snails are on Earth? No, not species. Billions or trillions. And then, but I don't know, and then comparison. Snails, slugs and snails make up about 80% of mollusks. And there are over 60,000 species of snails in the world. Don't know, it's really hard to get actual numbers of this. Snail. They get the eye parasites. They can. Actually, I don't know. Where did I guess those can be anywhere. The zombie, rainbow zombie parasite. They're kind of cool. They're kind of sick. Epic. Zombie snails. Zombie snail parasite. Green-banded broodsack. Broodsack? It's a parasitic flatworm. I'm guessing they live all over the world. They do come from bird poop. Yeah, when a snail eats infected bird poop, they get the parasite, and then it grows inside them, and then it goes into their eyes, their eye sockets, basically. And the reason they are big and gross and gloopy the way they are in the eyes is because they're trying to imitate caterpillars so that birds eat them. So that birds want to eat them. And then they can finish their life cycle within the bird. Then they go into the bird, and then they mate. And they make babies. And they lay eggs. And then the eggs are pooped out. And then it all starts over again. That is the life cycle. Do they die in the bird? Do the parasites? I guess they would die inside the bird, but they also reproduce inside the bird. I feel like for flatworms and stuff though, like death isn't really an end, you know? Because their reproduction is very different. They kind of, you know. Parasites can be cool. I think they can be cool to learn about, but they can also be disgusting. Like, ugh. I really, really, really hate botflies. Nothing quite grosses me out the way that botflies do, bro. Or any parasitic creature that like bores into your skin and makes babies. That is absolutely grotesque. I don't know why, but I've had many dreams / nightmares, I guess, about getting botflies in like, I don't know, in my hands or in my arms or something, and then like having to pull them out. Ugh. I get nightmares about that a lot. Ugh, I hate that. Snails and slugs have both genders. They're hermaphrodites, so yeah, they have both the peen and the vaguna. Babuna? The baguna and the babine. I mean, yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you know, I don't have to use the actual words. They have both. And when they mate, the dominant one, the one who shoots the love dart into the other one is the one who gets to be the male. That's how they show the dominance. The snake in this nursery. Exactly! They got both! And then whoever shoots first gets to be the big man of the relationship. Even though they don't really have much of a relationship, they kind of just make love and then move on and then make love with someone else. What's that? What kind of relationship is that called? Polyfartism? I don't know. I don't know that much about like love and relationships and stuff. But what is the thing when you like have multiple partners and you like don't give a shit? Polycule? Oh god. I need to fix this backing thing. This keeps falling apart. Polyamorous. Polyamory? Yeah, polyamory. Polyamorous. That's what it is. When you can just like have multiple partners. And nobody cares. I don't know. That's how they live. Ah! This thing is pissing me off. Right. Focus on the snail, not the kale. Thank you. I think that snail is upside down. Yes, they are upside down. Polyamory is many lovers, polygamy is many wives. I don't think they have wives. I think they just have many lovers. I think they don't discriminate. I think they're like sharing is caring. Everybody Everybody can make love with anybody and it's totally okay. I think that's more what they do. Because I really don't think they care. Like, if they get with somebody and then the next day they immediately, the person they just got with goes and makes love with another snail, I don't think they really mind. I think they're just like, okay, more babies. Can they even tell each other apart? I don't know. I wonder. Wasn't there a snail that had a genetic defect where it had everything on the other side compared to a normal snail? Something smells like fire all of a sudden. Is it my camera? Is my camera like exploding? I guess I'm just gonna pretend to not worry about it. Yes, there was a lefty snail. There was a lefty snail. It doesn't happen very often. But sometimes snails are born. Snails are born with this shell the wrong way, and they can't mate with other snails that have their shells the right way because like their organs are like opposite of each other, so it just won't work when they try to mate. It don't work. Cause like, you know, it don't work! So when a snail is born with its shell on the wrong side, they kinda can't really make babies ever. Unless they find another snail that also has a shell on the other side. And then they can mate, but that's pretty rare. That's pretty rare. There's a genetic mutation in humans where their organ structure is also reversed. So your heart is like on the wrong side. That's scary. Well, I mean, I guess your body would probably function the same way though. I don't know. Cetus invertis. Invertis? Cetus invertis? That sounds like a magical spell. I cast Cetus invertis. Would the offspring also be left-handed? No. Because it's a mutation, it's not genetic. So, when they had babies, the babies would probably be right-handed. Mostly. Mostly. It might have like a higher chance of them being lefties, but... like, I don't know. Like, when a human has a baby... if a human... I don't know how... I'm trying to think of a... Mutations are genetic? Well, there's a genetic, there's There's a genetic factor, but it's not like a guaranteed genetic thing. Like, it's in their genes, but it's still just a chance. I don't know genetics that good. I mean, if you keep breeding snails that are like lefties over and over and over together, yes, you would probably make more lefty snails. And it would probably become a higher chance that you would get more lefty snails. But you would still also get some righties. In fact, I would argue you'd probably get more righties because that's just the common... how they're supposed to be. But I don't know. It would also kind of depend. I don't know. I don't do snail breeding, guys. I hate to break it to you. My snails just kind of breed of their own volition. And I don't interfere. So I don't know. Rain, 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 rain. Something smells like fire. Is it? I think my snails might be on fire. This snail is on fire, fire, fire. This snail is on fire. This snail is on fire. This snail is on fire. Whoa. I'm gonna try and re-wrap up the background thing so it's not just flimsy. Sorry if you hear a lot of sounds. Flapping sounds. Flapping sounds. Flapping sound. No snails are edible. If you eat a snail, you will be on a list forever. And when the snail apocalypse comes, they will eat you first. But in all seriousness, anything is edible at least once. Technically, you can eat anything and anyone at least one time. A lot of snails, I don't really understand why people eat snails in the first place though, because snails are kind of known for carrying a lot of parasites. So I really just don't think it's wise to eat snails in any capacity with the amount of parasites that snails can have. Like seriously. Just don't eat snails. You're probably better off. They are a very easy host. And they kind of just live their life with the parasites and they're just like, Not my problem. It's the problem for whoever eats me. So don't eat them. Yeah, I know. The ones that are farmed are less likely to have parasites, but they shouldn't farm them. It's evil. It's evil. Don't farm snails. It's like farming octopi. It's messed up. Even though snails aren't as sentient as octopi or whatever, don't eat them. Don't do it. It's bad. Octopi are super intelligent though? Okay, well maybe snails are super intelligent. And they've just been hiding it from you. So that when they take over, nobody will notice. Maybe that's the plan. It's all an elaborate ruse. I've talked about the salt thing before. Come on, you guys think salt will save you when the snail apocalypse comes? No, it won't. It will not save you. Sea snails exist, and they love salt. They love salt. I don't think these species are intelligent. Well, they're pretty common, so maybe not. Well, actually, would you argue that a more common species is more intelligent than a less common species because they've survived better and longer and more? I don't know. But do you think the survival of a specific species equates to their intelligence to some extent? I don't know. I feel like you could kind of argue it might. Power is in numbers sometimes. They got smart genes. Yeah, as far, you know, we don't know how snails really communicate with each other. Or at least you don't know how snails communicate with each other. Because maybe they are a hive mind. Maybe they do all talk to each other. And you just don't, you don't even know. You don't even know. They're all just chatting and talking and scheming. And you don't even, you'll never know about it. They speak through their slime. Mayhaps. Mayhaps they will. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I think I'm gonna eat chips for dinner. Is that bad? I think I'm gonna eat chips for dinner. I've been really into popcorner chips lately. You guys ever tried popcorners? Popcorner chips. They're like I don't know what they're made out of. They're popped up. They're like kind of like popcorn, but they're like a chip. Oh, they're really good. I've been buying a ton of them. I've been getting a bunch of them. So, yeah. Kettle corn. I get the cheese flavor. Well, obviously I get the cheese flavor. Lemmy would get the cheese flavor, wouldn't she? I mean, come on. Lemmy would of course get the cheese flavor. I love cheese! Yeah, of course I get the cheese flavor. Duh. The Breaking Bad Popcorners commercials are great. I didn't know they had Breaking Bad Popcorners commercials. What? This is news to me. I've never seen an advertisement for popcorners before. I just saw them in the store and I thought they looked yummy. That was the extent of my thought process. Because you guys remember, I don't go to the store very often. Like, I barely ever buy my own food. I often just buy the same foods over and over again. So, I don't really go to the store. And I don't really see new things. So on the off occasion that I do go to the store and I do see new things and try new products, it's like an experience for me, you know, every time. I like discover things. I'm like, oh my god, they make these things. They make these things. They make these things in food form. I can eat this. I had never seen popcorners before. That's how I discovered my Gouda baby bells too. I just saw them at the store. I was like, new food? It's not even new. It's not even new. I just new to me. Stay out of the snack aisle. What? That's my main aisle. You think I know how to prepare food? You think I know how to prepare food? Pretty much the only thing I know how to make is a microwave quesadilla. That's about it. I don't really trust myself to make anything else either. How many people say soda versus pop? I say soda. Pop. Soda. I know pop is like an American thing. Like people say pop in America, but whenever someone says pop, it just sounds very British to me. I'm gonna go get some pop. I'm gonna get pop. A pop. I'm gonna get some pop. Like, what are you, British? Pop? People call them other stupid things, right? People call soda other silly things, right? There's pop. There's soda. What is it? Oh, people call them Coke. Just Coke in general, like to all sodas, right? Fizzy drink. It's called fizzy drink. I like that better. I like fizzy drink. Honestly, I wouldn't say that the UK is very based in any categories, but fizzy drink? That's a base name. I like calling it fizzy drink. I'm gonna get a fizzy drink. Thank you. Get a fizzy drink. Soda. Yeah, the sauce is Coke. I just say soda, but I don't really drink soda, so I don't say soda very much. It's like not... soda has never been on my, like, food thing list of foods that I consume, like, ever. But the only soda I like is Sprite. I hate all the others, genuinely. Sody pop! Sody pop! I like Sprite, but that's it. I don't understand Coke, I don't understand Pepsi, I don't understand Fanta, I don't understand any of them. They just taste like syrup and bleh. I don't understand Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew? Why did I say it like Mountain Dew? Yeehaw! Ginger ale. Does ginger ale even count as a soda though? I mean, I guess it is a soda. But like, it's often healthier than other sodas because they don't put like as much stuff in it, you know? Ginger ale's pretty good. Because it's carbonated. Okay, but if the carbonation is what makes it a soda, bro, then fizzy water is a soda. Is fizzy water a soda? You just carbonate some water and it's a soda now? I feel like it's different. Soda, club soda. You're right, it's a club soda. Soda water. Yeah, I don't know. I don't drink soda. I drink tea. I drink green tea. And that's like... I drink juice. I drink aloe juice a lot. Because, I have really bad allergies. And sometimes they act up and they make my throat hurt really bad. And honestly, the best way I've found whenever your throat hurts and is like scratchy and painful, aloe juice. It's genuinely like a miracle drink for me. If I drink aloe juice when my throat hurts, my throat stops hurting within like an hour. I don't even understand how that's possible. I don't know if I've just placeboed myself into healing my throat when I drink aloe juice, but it works every time, and I'm always like, wow, I feel so much better. Aloe juice. Well, it's not just like straight aloe juice. It's normally like a juice, and then they put aloe vera in it, like chunks of aloe vera, chunks of the aloe vera. So you can get like, it's like a Mexican drink. I feel like, I mean, I'm sure they also have it in like Asian countries too, but for the most part, I feel like whenever I get it, it's like from Mexican brands. But everything's in Spanish, so I think that's where aloe juice comes from. Spanish, Mexico. Everything's in Spanish on my bottles. I'm like, I can kind of read Spanish, so I kind of know what it says, you know. Aloe-y? Aloe-y? I've never heard anyone say aloe-y. Aloe. I'm not Hispanic. I just took Spanish for like 5 years and barely learned anything. But I can understand some of it, and I can also read a lot. Aloe drinks can be pretty sugary, yeah. Aloe drinks can be pretty sugary, so I don't drink them too often. But when my throat hurts, aloe juice is the go-to for me. We have it at like the local corner store, so I just go over there and I pick up a bunch of them and then I drink it. And I'm like, yippee, I'm cured! Yippee, I'm cured! Yummy. Yeah. I love aloe juice. Yeah, aloe is used in a lot of medicines. It's used for sunburns a lot. It works really well on sunburns too. If you ever get a sunburn, aloe. That'll fix you right up. I also get aloe a lot of times in my like boba. It's a pretty common like boba drink topping add-on. I don't know why. Do they? I've always thought of aloe as like a more like Southern American Mexico kind of plant, but I guess they must have. Do they have aloe in Asian countries too? Is that also? Is there like a different type of aloe over there? Because I do know they have aloe a lot in boba shops. So, that's interesting. Aloe is everywhere, huh? Aloe is all across the world. I didn't even know that. But now that I think harder, that makes a lot of sense. It's pretty important. If you could, I always wondered if you could just cut open an aloe plant and lay it on a cut to heal it. You can. We used to have aloe growing in my front garden when I was a kid. And you can like just pull off, you can like break off a piece of the leaf, and it's like gooey on the inside. It's like this clear gooey stuff, and you can just kind of put it on a wound, and that's just pure aloe. I mean, that's where it comes from. That's where the aloe comes from. And then like the aloe chunks are like the meat of the plant. Aloe is also a plant they use to make tequila, isn't it? I don't know that much about tequila. Oh, tequila is agave. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Agave. Which is like a sugar, right? Sugar plant. I've heard that you guys know they use in some tequilas they use like the worm. They put the worm in the bottle to like show how authentic it is. Have you guys ever gotten a tequila with a worm in it? I remember my dad used to get tequila a lot, like the fancy bottles of it, and he would always save the worm, and he'd be like, "Do you want the worm?" And I would be like, "No, I don't want the worm. I don't want the worm now. What the hell?" I don't know if I ate the worm. I don't think I ate the worm. That's gross. But I'm sure it would just taste like alcohol at that point. It's an alcohol with snakes in it? Yeah, but the agave worm is like to show it's authentic. It's authentic. It has the worm in it. That's how you know it came from a real agave plant. Because it got the worm. The agave worm. Authentic. You can only get tequila from Tequila Jalisco? Where is that? Is that... I don't know where that even is. So, is all the tequila in the world produced in just one town? Question mark. That seems like a lot of tequila coming from one place. Surely they make tequila in other places. The worm is a gimmick? That's not normal? What? You're telling me the worm isn't a sign of authenticity and I've been being lied to my whole life? They just throw a worm in there and they're like, yep. They come from one place. It's like the authentic thing. They come from the one place. Chinese wine with the snake in it. I've also had, I think it was vodka with a scorpion in it. I got some vodka with a scorpion in it. Whenever you get things like that though, I always feel like you can't throw out the scorpion, right? Or if you get like, right? I feel like it's messed up. You know, you can't throw it out. I mean, yeah, it's dead, but like, you gotta save it. You gotta save it. I'm pretty sure I still have the scorpion somewhere from my scorpion vodka. It's like a tiny scorpion. But what do you do with it? I don't know. Just leave it somewhere. I don't have it in a specific place. I just think I kept it somewhere. Who knows where? Could be, I mean, if it's covered in alcohol, if it's full of alcohol, can it even go moldy? Is it even possible for it to mold, or will it stay pristine for like ever? I don't know. Where did vodka come from? I thought vodka was Russian, right? Is it not? Did they steal it? Just like how the French stole French fries from Belgium. God damn it, French people. Alcohol dries out. I guess so. But then it wouldn't be so dry that it can't even mold. I don't know. Poland has claims on vodka. What? I don't know. I like how we always say that hamburgers are American, but if you think about it, hamburgers are German. Isn't that weird? I feel like hamburgers and French fries are like so American foods, but at the end of the day, do we really have any American foods? Are there any American foods? Because America, in the grand scheme of the world, was created or founded a lot later than most countries. So, can we really claim anything? Maybe we can claim like a deep fried Twinkie. We can probably put a claim on deep fried Twinkies. Those are definitely American. deep fried Kool-Aid? What are those jars that they put the pineapples in it and then they put a bunch of like candy in there and Kool-Aid? Yeah, we can claim those too. Those are American. Crunchwrap Supreme is American. No, it's from Taco Bell. It must be Mexican. Everybody knows that Taco Bell is Mexican food. Come on. Coca-Cola. Especially with the original recipe with the cocaine in it. That's American. Yeah, American foods are mostly like conglomerations of different cultural foods. I don't know, I feel like a lot of people would say fried chicken is American, right? Can any other country really claim fried chicken? Can we claim fried chicken? Is that allowed? Can we take it? Can we say that fried chicken is American? It's not lettuce, it's kale! I'm not feeding my snails the California poop lettuce, guys. It's the California poop kale, actually. Actually... Is anything truly original? It's up for debate. My ancestral food is the Chalupa Triple Crunch Maximo. Ah, yes. Back in the 1600s, they were definitely eating those. Succotash? What is a succotash? That sounds like Macintosh. What is a succotash? Fried chicken started with Dutch people. Oh, really? Or Korea? Damn, I guess we can't claim fried chicken either. God, what can we have, America? We can't have anything. We didn't make anything. We're not original. We even disguise our mascot bird, the bald eagle. He doesn't even make the right noise. He makes the sound of a hawk. The California roll. Ew, I do love a California roll. I would be happy if we can claim the California roll. I know everybody says, oh, California rolls aren't real sushi. Okay. It's delicious. It's delicious. Ooh, American cheese? Yeah, like the really plasticky one. The one that's a cheese product. I don't really like deep fried sushi. I know that some sushi places sell deep fried sushi, but I don't really like it. Or baked sushi rolls. I like my sushi raw. I like my fish raw. Raw. You ever seen that time when people put Jello in everything? Oh yeah, wasn't that like in the 60s? They were making everything with Jello. Can we claim Red 40? Yum. Red 40. Honestly, why don't they just put it in the water at this point? American Alfredo? What's the difference between American Alfredo and Italian Alfredo? Isn't it just cheese on pasta? How do you make Alfredo differently? It's just cheese on pasta, right? It's like a cheese sauce and then you put it on pasta. Where did ice cream come from? I don't know. Alfredo in America is with white sauce? Wait, what? Is it not with the same stuff in Italy? Is it not the same cheese? I thought it was from like a specific kind of cheese. I know that in America we do tend to put like a lot of butter and stuff on everything. I love getting Southern and American recipes. I love seeing them and just seeing how much freaking butter is in the recipe. It's always like 3 sticks of butter. 3 sticks of butter, and this will feed just 1 person. 3 sticks of butter. Okay. American Alfredo has cream. Italian version does not. Really? They don't have the cream. Yeah, I thought you were supposed to use butter and Parmesan for Alfredo. What do we use? Is that not what you use in your Alfredo? Huh? Four sticks of butter for 2 cookies? Exactly. Exactly. I'm terrified of certain recipes because I'll see like how much butter you're putting into something and I'm like, I don't know if I can eat that anymore. just eating sticks of butter, and I mean that's crazy for me because I eat cheese, so much cheese, and like cheese and butter are kind of the same thing, but butter's more fatty, right? I don't know. I see, this is why I prefer other people to make the food and then I just eat it, because then I don't have to worry about what's in it, you know? I don't have to think. I don't have to think about what I'm putting in my body. I'm just like, ooh, this tastes good. This is yummy. People have been cutting out the middleman and just eating butter. I think I took a bite out of butter one time. And I regretted it. Actually, no, I have a story about taking a bite out of butter. I totally forgot about this story until now. One time, I went to visit my grandpa when I was really, really little. And he took me and my family to this little, like, southern cafe. This little cafe. And they had coffee cake. Right? They had coffee cake. And I got a slice of coffee cake. And they put a big old scoopy of vanilla ice cream on top of my coffee cake. My slice of coffee cake. Just a slice. Just a slice. Like a square. And they put it on top. And I was like, ice cream! So, of course, I went to eat a spoonful of the vanilla ice cream on top. And then I was like, oh god, this is not ice cream. They put an entire ice cream scoop of butter on top of my coffee cake. Butter! Like a whole ice cream scoop of butter. I had never experienced that before. Like, who does that? Who puts an ice cream scoop of butter on top of a... And nobody told me it was butter, so I just went to eat it. And it was not ice cream. It was not ice cream. It was not ice cream. To make it round, how was I supposed to know? I mean, it's literally an ice cream scoop. Dude, there is no need for that much butter on one single slice of coffee cake, too. Like, seriously. There was zero need for that much butter. It was just one slice of coffee cake. Why do I need an entire ice cream scoop of butter? That's why vanilla ice cream would have made more sense. I'd be like, oh, it's like... it's ice cream, you know, it's a little weird to put ice cream on top of your coffee cake, but... no. And that's how you know you're in a southern restaurant, when they put the entire ice cream scoop of butter on top. And they're just like, yep, that's normal. Because that's not normal! If you're American, is there ever too much butter? That was definitely too much butter for me. That was way too much butter. It was not appetizing with that much butter. And the coffee cake itself was pretty buttery. It was a good ass coffee cake though, but it really didn't need that much butter. It wasn't the fake butter? What is the fake butter? Margarine? Yeah, they do it in diners. It's very American, I would say. Very Southern, very American. Lots of butter. My neighbor's kid is just screeching outside my window. I don't know if you can hear that. But I swear that's not the kid that I have trapped in my basement, okay? They're outside and they're not mine. I don't have any kids trapped in my basement, guys, please! Please! It's not me! It's not me! What is even happening outside? It genuinely sounds like there's two kids screeching and trying to say who's louder. That's what it sounds like right now. It's very concerning. I don't know if you can hear it at all. It's very loud for me though. They're just going ah ah. But there's two of them. It's like they're communicating. Ah ah. Should I communicate back? Should I open my window and ah? They are going Super Saiyan. That's what it sounds like a little bit. Oh man. Are they okay? Are those kids okay? I'm scared for them. I don't want to check though because I feel like when you make eye contact, that's when they're like then they want to make more noise and they want to be like, oh, there's a person over there. I'm gonna go bother them. Yeah, I'm gonna go bother that person. Sometimes I feel like the kids on my neighbor's house hear me screaming. And they think I'm like a child too. Or something. And so they make more noise to try and communicate with me. I genuinely think that happens. I don't like it. I don't like children. I hate them. I am not a child. I am an adult. I can drink the alcohol, but I cannot drive a car. But that's not because I'm not an adult, that's because I'm scared of cars, okay? They're really scary. Do you want to play Roblox with me so bad? Yeah, maybe they're playing Roblox and they're raging, and that's why they're screaming. They're like, ah! Ah! I don't have any slugs because slugs are not snails, and snails are better than slugs. Slugs are imposters. Slugs are imposters. Scary, scary. Imposter. They think they're better than us snails because they have an internal shell or whatever. Huh. No. They're not cooler. They're actually way less cool. Nudibranchs? No, I'll make exceptions for like Nudibranchs and like for Yui, for Usachi Yui specifically. There are some pretty cute sea slugs. There are some really cute sea slugs. I will admit it. But there's also some cute sea snails. I would argue my favorite sea snail is the moon snail. Have you guys ever seen a moon snail? They're genuinely abominations, and I love them. There are these gigantic snails. They got a huge foot, and they live in the sand, and they're cannibals. They eat other snails, and they eat clams and crabs and mollusks, and they have like they have a proboscis, basically, which they use to bore holes into the shells of other creatures and then suck out their insides. They're carnivorous. Conch snails? Conch snails are funny, but they're not as cool as moon snails, in my opinion. Unfortunately, it'd be very hard to keep a moon snail. Why did my eyes turn like that? Do my snails have names? No, my snails are just snails. Sometimes I call them fat chuds, though. Fat chud snails. We can't see any babies right now, but I showed a baby earlier. They're really, really tiny right now. Really, really tiny. Like, smaller than my pinky fingernail. Super tiny. And I don't know how many are in there. The cannibalism is pretty cute. You know, the other day, I was talking to my mom about something. I don't remember what it was. I see the enclosure. My enclosure is not super nice because they just poop everywhere, so I kind of gave up with trying to make the enclosure look nice. It's very simple. It's got like a cork wood back, and then dirt on the bottom, and they've got some like wood pieces and stuff, and dirt, and I put kale in there, and that's pretty much. Oh, and they have a cuddle bone, but it's covered with kale right now. Is it glass? Yes, it is glass. I find it easier to wipe the poop off of the glass than on plastic or acrylic. Yes, it's cocoa fiber. I use cocoa fiber on like everything. I love cocoa fiber. Why use other types of dirt when you can have cocoa fiber? Wonder if springtails would be good? They probably would. There's some mites in here that are just kind of natural at this point. But the snails don't mind. There's some isopods in there. There might even be springtails that somehow got in on the dirt or something. I don't know. But I mean, I kidnapped all of these snails from the outdoors, so they can really bring anything with them. Springtails, mites, who knows? Are snails omnivores or herbivores? I guess they would. Would you say eating the shells of other creatures makes them a carnivore, or makes them omnivore? Is the carnivorous to eat the shells of other things? Because they don't eat other snails and like meat and stuff. But they do eat shells of other snails sometimes, and they eat poop, and they eat bones sometimes. They can eat a lot of things, but for the most part they only really eat vegetation. They don't eat. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they would be omnivores in that case, right? I don't know. Yeah, they eat things for calcium. Horses and deers eat small animals for calcium? So are they still herbivores? I say whatever terrarium you have, just make it as easy to clean the walls as possible. Like, don't put things on the sides of your terrarium that make little corners to make it harder to clean. Just go for something that's really easy. Something that is easy to clean. Because they poop so freaking often, and so much, and it's disgusting. And I have to wipe down my the front of the terrarium every time to be able to record them. Because they poop so much, it's gross. You wouldn't be able to see because there'd be poop everywhere. I mean, you can still kind of see the poop on the other walls because I didn't wipe that today, but Yeah, they poop a lot. They like poop and they slime and they get dirt everywhere. I don't know. They're kind of grody, a little bit, I will say. In comparison to keeping other bugs and stuff, I'd say that snails are some of the grodiest. Want to see how it looks before you clean it? I mean, I'll check the walls. See? There's a wall. There. Here it's covered in shit. It's really gross. It's really disgusting, actually. That's how it looks before I clean it. And it really cakes on there. It like kind of almost turns to concrete. You're like, bleh. It's like, it gets really hard. It's not fun. You fed your wait, you fed your snails raw chicken? Why? Why? I've never heard of anybody feeding snails meat. I mean, cuttlebone. Cuttlebone is good, yes, but raw chicken is kind of funny. Did the snails escape? No, their terrarium has a lid. It has a secure lid. You're gonna expand your dubio roach terrarium? I don't have any advice. I mean, if you have enough to be able to expand, you're probably doing something right, you know? They're probably reproducing at a rapid pace, and that is why you have to expand, huh? I mean, I have two roach terrariums. One of them is mostly for hissing roaches, and the other one has some dubias, but it also has hissing roaches. But I didn't want two terrariums. They just made so many babies that I had to get another one. Snails can eat chicken as a protein source? Interesting. I haven't heard of that. For the most part, my snails just eat veggies and cuttlebone. And they seem fine with that. That is like all they really need. Boiled eggs and worms. Eggs make sense, yeah. Worms. They'll eat pretty much anything you put in there, though. Look, they're gonna kiss! They're gonna kiss! They're about to kiss. They're gonna kiss. Oh, wow, they just went and did other stuff. I feel like the raw chicken would go bad fast. Yeah, that would be a problem. There's a lot of things I put in. I've tried feeding like my roaches and stuff, and if they don't eat it fast enough, it gets moldy and stinky. So you do have to be pretty careful about the things you feed stuff, because once it starts getting moldy, a lot of things won't eat it anymore. Yeah, you don't want to feed them moldy stuff. I mean, I'm sure they could eat moldy stuff. I'm just not sure how healthy it is, and also it's stinky and nasty and gross and bleh. Mold is nasty. And then there's good types of mold, and then there's bad types of mold, and you don't know what's gonna grow in there. One time, okay, I used to throw some random ass stuff into my roach terrarium to feed them. I would literally feed them anything. Just things off the ground, things I found outside. Not really the most smart way to feed them, but they would eat just about anything. And one time, I don't know how this happened, and I don't know what made it happen, but mushrooms started growing inside of my roach terrarium. mushrooms. Like, full mushrooms. I don't know where they came from. I don't know how. But mushrooms grew. Like, I had mushrooms growing in my roach terrarium for a while. It was crazy. I haven't had that happen before. You grew out of the soil of your vinegar terrarium once. Yeah, I'm not sure how the spores get in there, but they do sometimes. I feel like when it comes to keeping bugs and stuff like that, you will make a lot of mistakes. Especially if you're like me and you just kind of steal the things from the wild a lot. Yeah. Mites are a big problem. I had a huge problem with mites in my scorpions. So I stopped keeping scorpions for a couple of years. And now that I have scorpions, I'm very, very careful to always check them to make sure that no mites. No mites. No mites. They can't get mites. No mites. Mites bad. Yeah. I kidnap all my snails. Nobody misses them. Most people find snails to be invasive, so I can kidnap all the snails I want to kidnap. I used to also kidnap jumping spiders. But I haven't seen many jumping spiders, like, on my own recently. Oh, I kidnapped my black widow too. Obviously, I don't think a store would sell black widows. I've kidnapped multiple black widows like that though. Sometimes they do really well in captivity, and sometimes they do not do well in captivity at all. No, black widow I've had for like over a year now. She does super well in captivity, but I've had black widows that just don't eat. That is a problem with wild catching things from the wild. A lot of times, they just will not eat. And you gotta be careful. If it's not eating, then it's gonna die. You gotta make sure it eats, and you gotta make sure it drinks. You managed to find them in the wild? Yeah, black widows are really easy to find. Black widows are very common, at least where I live. You just gotta check like rotting like old rotting tree logs, and we get them a lot under like park benches and park tables here, so they're pretty easy to find if you know where to look. I think people don't really realize how common black widows are. They're very common. They're pretty much everywhere. Yeah. Yeah. Live in dark spaces. Decaying wood. Oh look, it's my favorite snail! The one with the cool shell! Look at him. You can't really see him. But this one's my favorite, because he has a cool shell. I don't know what type of snail he is, or if he just has a different shell, because why not, but he's cool. That one's my favorite. Do you know where to search? Do you actively search for specific bugs when planning on kidnapping them? Sometimes. I mean, I know where a lot of bugs, certain bugs are. Like, some of the isopods I have, I kidnapped them from a very specific area. Because they have these specific isopods that are very colorful compared to regular isopods. So I still don't know what kind they are, but they have like dots on them. And I've only found them in a certain specific place in a certain specific park. But yeah, a lot of times you just kind of gotta look around and see what kind of creatures are out there. A lot of things live in places you wouldn't expect. I've found all kinds of weird things searching under logs and rocks. I found nutria rats before. I found skinks. I found newts. I found snakes. I found all kinds of lizards. Lots of spiders, obviously. We have a lot of Australian spiders where I live. But I don't live in Australia. But I also have this app on my phone, which I always recommend to anybody. It's called, what's it called? It's called iNaturalist Seek. And you can just kind of take pictures of plants, animals, bugs, fish, spiders, anything. Really anything. Plants, trees, mushrooms. And it'll try and identify what it is for you. It's not always 100% accurate, but if it's a really common bug or something, it'll get it right. So I use that a lot to find out what things are. I've used it so much that in my local area, like, you can pretty much point to a plant or a flower or a bug and ask me what it is, and I'll be able to tell you what it is, just because I've done it. I've looked at them all. I've seen it all around here. I know everything. I've identified everything. Google Lens? I'm sure it works similarly to Google Lens, but iNaturalist uses a database specifically for, like, keeping track of animals and species and stuff. Like, scientists use it for identification a lot, so I use it for that. And if you find a really interesting discovery, sometimes it can help, like, people, like scientists in your area and stuff like that. It's like a very local. It's all on a database. Just everybody who's ever taken pictures of things. There's a lot of people who use it. You'd be surprised. You go on there and you'll be like, wow, there's like a bajillion photos of every kind of thing ever on here. Oh, you like plants and bugs in your area? Name every plant and bug. Frick. I guess I'm a liar then. The only thing I don't really know too much about is birds. I mean, I guess, yeah. I don't know too much about birds. I don't know too much about, like, local fish. I'm not a fisherman. I'm not a bird watcher. But I do know a lot about plants and bugs. And I shit on my pants, and I shit on your mom, and I poop on your mom, and I poop in your closet. It's this song, it's this song, it's this song. What are the lyrics to this song? Break. I need to start it over so we can sing the lyrics. Mario Bros 3 Masturbation, that's what the song is called. You're part of a local mycology group. That's cool. Hang on. I'm gonna sing this song to you guys. You guys are gonna... Here we go. You ready? Where does it start? Come on. Here we go. Driving and I'm speeding and I'm vigorously masturbating, swerving and I'm screaming and I violently come. I come! Driving and I'm speeding and I'm vigorously masturbating. Come on the wheel and then I come on the dash and then I come on the floor and then I'm done. Then I'm done, and then I shit on the seats, slash open the tires, break all the glass, then forget where I am, take off the plates, bust out the lights, jump on the roof, and then I break into your house at night and walk into your kitchen, and I'm cooking and I'm cleaning and I'm vigorously masturbating, washing and I'm drying and I violently come. I come I'm frying and I'm vigorously masturbating. Come in the butt, and then I come in the butt, and then I come in a glass, and then I'm done. Then I'm done. Then I smash all your plates, bend all your forks, turn on your stove. Then I let a small fire go in your fridge, eat all your food, barf it back up, and then I go into your room in the middle of the night and turn on all your lights, and then I'm jumping and I'm shouting and I'm vigorously masturbating, kicking and I'm flailing and I violently come. I come! Damn it, it ended. There's more to the song though. It's like one more verse. It's a good song. Highly recommend. It's called Super Mario 3 Masturbation. Really good song. Driving and I'm speeding and I'm vigorously masturbating. How many people do you think I just scared away singing that? Lots of people, hopefully. I've been getting a lot of comments lately. I think it's partially because of the covers I do sometimes. And also maybe the shorts, because shorts, the algorithm often goes... You know, it goes past the amount of, you know, the realm of people that you would expect, so a lot of kids see things. But I keep getting a lot of comments lately saying, Lemmy, in your rules, it says that no children allowed. Is that literal or is that metaphorical? Somebody literally commented that the other day. Is it are you saying literal or metaphorical children? What? If you have to ask that question, you're a child, get out. What does that even mean? Like, seriously, get out if you have to ask such a stupid question. What's a metaphorical? I don't know. It's clearly a kid typing that because they're trying to, like, bend the rules to be like, I want to watch the stream, I want to comment. So do I count as a child? Yes, leave. Yes, I don't want you on my stream. It's just such a ridiculous comment, but... Sometimes I get kids coming in here and they say stuff like that. And I just... If you have to ask if you count as a child, then you do. Leave. Such a ridiculous question. Sometimes I feel like kids ask the dumbest things. But then again, I look back at when I was like a kid, when I was in middle school, and I would also ask stupid questions like that. I would be watching, like, Markiplier, and he'd say the fuck word, and I'd be like, oh! Are you saying that literally or metaphorically? What does that even mean? It's okay, not many people own a house in this economy anyway. Actually, I would argue that most of the people I know don't own a house. Who even can afford to own a house these days? The only people, I swear, the only people I know who own a house are like my parents. That's it. I worry that I'll never be able to own a house either. With the way the world is, will I ever have a house? I don't know. Is that even a thing that people want in this world anymore? Their own house? Does it matter? Maybe what's your 70? Oh god. Yo, what is this song? It's like spy music. Yeah, I don't own a car either. I don't really want a car though. I would rather have a house than a car. Cars really, really scare me. I do not like cars. Cars freak me out, bro. Cars are scary! Whenever I'm inside of a car, I swear I'm holding on for dear life. Because I'm just afraid something bad's gonna happen at any moment. I wonder where that one little baby went. It's gone. Okay. The playlist is starting to get really weird. I think we're gonna read into somebody so I can eat dinner. I'm very hungry. I'm very hungry. Are German driving exams hard? I didn't know it was. I feel like everything's harder in Germany. Like they just have better standards for everything. They're very serious. I feel like it's very serious. Germans are serious people. Yes, I'm gonna eat an entire bag of popcorn or chips, and that is my dinner. And I don't care if you say that that's not healthy, Lemmy. I'm hungry. And that's all I have. Look at that big long shit. That's disgusting. Don't look at that, actually. Don't look at that. Gross. It really wants to focus on the poop. Okay, we're gonna raid into... who should I raid into? There's a lot of people alive tonight. I think we're gonna raid into... Well, it's Mochi's birthday today. I don't know if they're gonna end soon, but I'm gonna raid into them so you guys can wish them a happy birthday. We're gonna raid into Mochi, from Glitch Stars, and our raid message is gonna be. I guess it'll just be snail raid today. I'm not feeling creative. It'll be snail raid, okay? We're gonna do snail raid. Birthday snail raid. But that makes me sound like I am the one who's having a birthday. It's not my birthday yet. It's Mochi's birthday. We're gonna raid into Mochi so that we can wish them a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mochi. Snail raid. Yeah, that works. Yeah. That's a little more specific. Snappy birthday to you. Yeah. Alright. Thank you guys for joining me today for Snail Cam. Also, in other news, tomorrow the Respawn girls are debuting tomorrow. So you should go check those girls out too. Because they're gonna be debuting with their new models tomorrow. So yeah, you should go check those girls out. And yeah, alright. You better say snail raid. Snail raid? Wish her a happy birthday too. Okay, bye-bye! I'll see you guys someday soon. Bye-bye! Thank you for stopping by. Bye-bye! Thank you! Blah.